Hey there YouTube, welcome to another studio update. Today we are going to turn this wall into something useful. Like and subscribe if you want to see more Drooly Studio Doggo. So let's talk about my plans for this wall. So the first step is identifying what is going to go here. So we have C-stands, sandbags. I'm going to put more light stands here. I'm waiting for a piece to come in, and then hopefully some clamps and extension cords. So once I've identified what needs to go on the grip wall, I started plotting out and measuring all of the things. So let's go to the diagram and I'll kind of walk you through it. Alright, let's take a look at this diagram. So here is the grip wall with everything kind of all measured out. So I figured out how much space my C-stands are going to take up. This is going to be the pile of sandbags. Here's actually the electrical box, so I need to leave a little bit of room for that. But I am going to try and put some hooks in here that I can hang my stingers, extension cords on, as well as my small sandbags for counterbalance. Up here, I'm going to get a stand holder, which is currently on order, and be able to hang stands up there so that it can use the full vertical space without actually having to get a step stool to be able to get up there. So let's take a look at this diagram down here. So I don't know if this makes sense to anyone but me, but because my sandbags are right in between the garage door and the front door, I actually want to elevate them so they don't get wet. So I'm going to build a little platform just to keep them off the floor. If you don't have your sandbags right next to something that could potentially get them wet, or if you go for the steel shot ones instead of actual sand, thank you for that, then you don't have to worry about this, but I don't want them to get wet or moldy, so I just want my gear to last a little bit longer. So I'm just going to make a small, like 2-inch platform just to raise them off the floor a little bit, as well as a divider right here, where's right there, in between the C-stands and the sandbags. So this is going to be the platform that I have, and then I want to put a rail right here, which I will show you so that the C-stands can kind of nestle in here. This is just going to be a nice divider going right here in the middle, and then there will be one on this side, one on this side, and then this bar, I'm going to divot out little notches so that my C-stands can just kind of nestle in there, and then next to the L. It's from a hardware store, and how this is going to work is this is going to be on top of the platform, and the C-stands are going to nestle in just like that. So it's going to kind of keep them in their spot while being really minimal and not having any straps or ties. I can just pick it right up. And then I got another one of these that is going to go here so I can clamp all of my clamps on there and just have a grip wall o' clamps. A little bit later, I've got my safety goggles, because safety first. Let's take a look at what I've done so far. I need to put in some more cross-beam supports here. Sandbags are going to go on this side, and C-stands are going to go on this side. So what I'm working on right now is trying to figure out how many C-stands I can get to fit on this. So I followed a tutorial online for a project and just followed their measurements exactly and was screwed because it didn't work with my setup. So please measure all of your own stuff. Okay, that disclaimer out of the way. Let's take a look at this. So I used one of these things to measure kind of the width of our C-stand, and it looks like 1.5 inches. And when I put multiple C-stands next to each other, it looks like it's actually 2.5 inches in between each one. If I butt them up against each other like that, then we can kind of measure from the gap there to there. So here, let's do this. So it looks like you need a minimum of 1 3/4 inch to 2.5. I do want to comfortably be able to fit a finger in here to grab a stand. So I think I'm going to err on it being a little bit wider. So let's mark this out and see how many I can fit on here. So I got everything spaced out. It looks like my setup can hold 12 stands. So before we go any farther, I'm gonna get the supports in. Bam! We got some supports in. Alright, so now let's take a look and start sawing some of these out. He's sitting there waiting for belly rubs. Alright, I am finally going to finish this grip wall. If me and the studio both look different, it's because I started this video in freaking March, and it is decidedly not March. Anyway, the final piece came in. It's been back-ordered for, oh, God knows how long. And we are finally going to get it installed. I'm just going to skip to it being installed because no one wants to see that. I'm not good at this. Whew. Alright then, well, it is installed. So what we have here, see if you can see that, is that top bracket that now holds all of these light stands. Ta-da! We have it. We've got a finished grip wall holding all the stands. And the nice thing about this rack and putting it so high, you're like, but how are you ever going to reach those? Well, I don't have to reach the top. I only have to hold it from the bottom and make sure that I can just put it right there. And it kind of, they all hold, any stand that has that little pin will hold on there. So there you go. There is the finished stand rack. And I've got a nice big open area here where I can probably put some more hooks, hold some, you know, reflector cans or power cords or something like that. But yeah, all in all, it's done. It looks nice. I'm happy with it. That is this studio update. So thank you guys so much. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe. Did you know I have a Patreon? For $1, you can just throw in a tip jar, and it helps me be able to create more content just like this. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Before anyone asks, there's my shirt, and you can, you know, hit things on screen, see what YouTube thinks you should watch, get vaccinated.